I like to tell people, if you have a boat, you can do it. But at the same time, like, you have to learn the lake, because it's the same thing as fishing. Like, if you wanted to walleye fish, like, you could go into the river and you could fish with a 12-foot boat. But if you try to walleye fish out on the lake, on the main lake, a 12-foot boat's going to capsize in another boat's wake. So, like, you have to be very conscious of the boat that you're taking. Like, I don't take flat bottom boats out. I don't take anything less than 14 foot. I mean, when I first was like kind of wrapping my head around everything and doing it all on my own, I had a 14 foot, but it was a very deep 14 foot Starcraft. Like, and I only went out when the NOAA report said that it was less than 2 foot. And generally it was like, I would go out on days that were really calm, and then like the duck hunting wasn't that great. So like, I mean, I've had days out in 3-footers that are just absolute killers, but then it's like, you're getting swamped by, waves coming up over the back of the layout boat. And like, it's not for the faint of heart. And a lot of people really take like the safety of the lake for granted, because I mean, it's where we're at on the Western Basin. It's so shallow that a little gust can pick up real quick. And so like, we don't get the time. Like, there's times where I've been pulling in the last long line and I'm like, if it doesn't come in right, I'm just leaving it and I'll get it tomorrow. Like, it's time to go. Like, you got to get out of there. So the difference, I think, is that diver ducks are just different. Like, puddle ducks come in, they're nice and pretty, and they flap right in your face. And like, I'm not saying that it's super easy by any means, but diver ducks are fast. They're quick. But when they commit so hard. Like, there's no denying that they're like, if a bluebill has its feet down, it will land on the bluebill decoys. Like, it's no question. And you can, you can stand up, walk to the edge while they're still flying in and shoot. Like, it's
wow.
There's really nothing to compare it to. Like, the closest that you could really get to comparing it would be like geese landing like 10 yards in a field at your feet, like coming in that close. And like the anticipation of a goose flying in, which I still think is just so awesome. But when you're in a layout boat, you're out in the middle of the lake, you're laying. So like, the layout boat sits about like 4 to 6 inches underwater. So you're under the surface of the water. And when you sit up, you're looking these birds in the eye. So like, they've come in and I've shot them and they've skipped and hit the boat. Like, they've been that close. But they come in so fast that like, by the time you react, you're like, well, this one's dumping in. And then by the time you sit up, like, you saw it at 25 yards and now it's at like 8. And so like, it's just a way different experience than like most people are used to. And it's a rush. Like, when you get out there and like, you're away from everyone, like, that's the really nice thing about it, is like, on the lake, it's pretty well scattered. Like, there's so much lakeshore that you're not sitting right on top of each other like you would be in a marsh. Like, nobody comes and sets a boat 150 yards from you. They're like 600 yards from you.